From the moment she received that letter, Clara couldn't shake off the feeling that something important was missing. She missed something about her old self, about who she used to be before her grandpa passed away, and she couldn't figure out what it was. Don't you see that joy can turn to sorrow in a heartbeat? In this world, we must learn to appreciate the moments of happiness while we have them, and also to hold on tight to those who mean the most to us, because one day you might not have them anymore. Just like Clara didn't have her Grandpa Henry anymore. At 19, she bore the weight of her family's grief and the responsibility of caring for her widowed mother on her shoulders. It was during these bleak days that Clara delved into her father's belongings, seeking solace in the remnants of his life. They were still trying to pick up the pieces. Their economy was suffering. People were losing their home. The once vibrant community had become a shadow of itself, weighed down by despair. Despite her apprehension, Clara decided to take a chance. She organized a town hall meeting, calling upon every resident of Elder Grove to come together and confront Gracie. As the villagers assembled, their faces etched with worry and uncertainty, Clara stepped forward. In her heart, she knew she couldn't match Grayson's wealth, but she had something far more potent, the collective voice of a community. When Grayson arrived, confident in his ability to sway the masses with his charm and money, he was met with a united front. The villagers, their resolve bolstered by Clara's words, stood firm in their opposition to his plans. The confrontation that followed was a clash between brute force and unyielding unity. Grayson, accustomed to bending wills with his wealth, found himself outmatched by the indomitable spirit of The power of their collective voice echoed through the village hall, shaking the foundations of Grayson's arrogance. The story of Clara and the villagers serves as a powerful reminder that unity and courage can overcome even the most formidable challenges. Grayson, who thought he could manipulate and control the villagers with his wealth and status, was ultimately defeated by the unbreakable bond of the community. One day, an individual named Grayson, who owned vast tracts of land in the area, made an offer to purchase Elder Grove Village Hall. Grayson was known for his business acumen and ruthless efficiency, traits that had made him both successful and feared. He saw Elder Grove Village Hall as a strategic opportunity to expand his influence in the region, and he wasted no time in making his intentions clear. Grayson's proposal seemed like a beacon of hope in the darkness that had enveloped For the villagers, it appeared as if a savior had arrived, ready to lift them out of their economic slumps. But little did they know that beneath Grayson's polished exterior and promises of prosperity lay a web of deceit and malevolent intent. His true colors soon began to show as he started dictating terms that would irrevocably alter the fate of the village. Among his books and journals, she stumbled upon a collection of letters, each one a testament to the profound impact her father had on those around him. This, and with its rambling porch and rooms filled with echoes of laughter and camaraderie, had been a cornerstone of the village. Its potential demolition sent shockwaves through the community, awakening them to the potential extent of Grayson's As the villagers grappled with this distressing news, a sense of foreboding settled over. Whispers of discontent began to circulate, weaving a tapestry of unease that threatened to unravel the very fabric of their society. The villagers, once hopeful for a brighter future under Grayson's leadership, now found themselves standing on the precipice of a horrifying prospect, the destruction of an integral part of their heritage and livelihood. They looked to Clara, hoping she would find a way to stop it, but she was confused and scared. How could she stop Grayson when he seemed to have all the right on his side? As she turned the brittle pages, she saw her father's neat, looping handwriting, and each word resonated with the depths of wisdom and love that mirrored her father's character. There were letters of comfort to a grieving friend, words of encouragement to a struggling student, and heartfelt notes of gratitude from villagers whose lives her father had touched. One particular letter, though, seemed to glow amidst the rest. It was addressed simply to my love, Martha, and was penned on a crisp white paper, the ink still vivid despite the passage of time. With trembling hands, Clara opened the letter, and the fragrance of lavender, reminiscent of her father's favorite handkerchief, wafted up, enveloping her in a bittersweet embrace. As she began to read, The words seemed to dance before her eyes. Each one a brushstroke painting, a vivid portrait of the immense love her father held for her mother. Through her father's words, Clara saw the depth of their bond, the shared laughter, the quiet understanding, and the unwavering support that had anchored their marriage. It was a love story that transcended time, reminding Clara of the enduring power of familial bonds. Dearly beloved, don't you know that life is fragile? Clara realized that she had so much to learn about her father, about the man whose name she carried and the legacy he'd left behind. It was then that she made a promise to herself. She vowed to pour every ounce of her being into uncovering her father's legacy, not just for herself, but for the entire village that revered him. For Clara understood that carrying on her father's legacy wasn't about replacing him. It was about honoring his memory by living a life that reflected the values he held dear. It was a daunting task, but Clara was ready to rise to the challenge. Driven by the love for her father and the hope of bringing light back into the lives of the villagers. In this story, we'll explore themes of loss, identity, self-discovery, courage, and justice. A man whose wisdom was as deep as the roots of the oldest tree in the village square, and whose love for his community was as boundless as the sky above. Henry was more than just a resident of the village of He was the heart and soul of the place. His house, which was always adorned with twinkling lights and the aroma of fresh bread, was a sanctuary for those who needed a listening ear or a helping hand. To the children of the village, he was a magician of words, spinning tales that transported them to enchanted realms, where bravery was celebrated and kindness was its own reward. His wife, Martha, with her gentle hands and radiant smile, was the embodiment of warmth and compassion. Together, they were the bedrock of Eldergrove, their presence anchoring the community through stormy times and sunny days alike. So stay with us till the very end, because there's a lot in store for you. Years ago, in a quaint village nestled among rolling hills and whispering willows, there lived a man named Henry. As the years rolled by, the rhythm of the village changed. Times became tough, shadows grew longer, and the whispers of change echoed through the cobblestone street. Yet through it all, Henry and Martha remained steadfast, their spirits unbroken, their love for each other and their village deepening with each passing season. But as the autumn of their lives approached, the harsh winds of fate swept across Eldergrove, stealing away their beloved Henry, leaving Martha and the villagers to navigate the winter of their souls. After Henry's passing, his daughter, Clara, who had been away studying, returned home to care for her mother. However, this discovery brought a wave of sadness. A couple of years went by and the village hadn't really recovered since Henry's passing. One such directive was the demolition of the century-old willow tree, and then it struck her. She remembered her grandpa Henry. He had a way with words. He could rally everyone together. Could she do the same?